Stop gambling your marketing budget on SEO. If you know what you're doing, you can accurately forecast the ROI of an SEO campaign before you spend a single penny. No guesswork, no theory, just purely crunching the data on an individual brand basis. So if you're sick of agencies giving you false and vague promises about SEO results, this video is about to change everything. Let's address the elephant in the room. Most SEO forecasts put together by agencies are absolute bullshit and are based on nothing but hope. But here's the truth. If you have the right information and you know how to use it, you can accurately predict how well an SEO campaign is going to do in terms of the money it's going to put back in your pocket. Let me show you how. To do this properly, you need three things. Number one, you need to know the total monthly search volume in your particular niche. You can find this out using tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs, or you can even use Google Keywords Planner. It doesn't matter what tool you use, but you need to understand what is a total market share that is possible for your brand to actually capture. Next up, you need to know your website's conversion rate. For most ecom brands, it's going to be between 1 to 4%. For B2B, it's going to be 2 to 5%. Understanding this is absolutely critical. The third thing you need to know is your AOV. Now, this is going to vary a lot depending on the products you sell, but if you don't know this, then it's going to be literally impossible to work out these projections. Once you have those things, you are good to go. And stick with me as I'll show you exactly how to do this step by step to make sure you don't make any mistakes. As if you get this wrong, it's pretty much like trying to navigate using a broken compass. You're not going to get that far. Typically speaking, if you rank number 1 on Google for any keyword, you are projected on average to get about 35% of that total monthly search volume. So there are 1,000 people searching for men's hats. If you rank number 1, you are on average going to get about 350 clicks. That is what literally every agency tells you. However, here's what they don't tell you. The amount of clicks you generate is heavily influenced by how Google search looks for that individual search term. Allow me to explain. When you search for a keyword on Google, you don't see what you used to see 3-4 years ago. There's no longer just ads and Google organic results. Here you can see we have shopping ads right here at the top. Below that, we have the standard Google search campaign ads. And then below that, you have these products listed, which are coming from Google Merchant Center. And if you keep on scrolling down, you also see there's a people also ask section, and you've also got some organic results too. And these additional SERP features means that organic websites are now getting less clicks than they used to get. Does it mean that SEO is dead and SEO doesn't work? Hell no, certainly not. It still produces insane results, but you need to crunch the numbers first. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. And the difference between the amount of clicks you can generate when Google has these SERP features showing for keywords that you want to be seen for is quite surprising. You can use this tool by Advanced Web Ranking to view things more visually. I'll put a link to it below in the description. But essentially what this tool does is it shows you the Google organic CTRs based on where a website ranks. So once you're on this link, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a line chart. I actually prefer to make this a bar chart. It's a little bit easier to see. And here you can see the average CTR for all the websites across Google, across all different industries, different niches. You can see it's 37.78%. So pretty much 35%, right? Which is what majority of SEO agencies say. If you rank number 2 on Google, you get roughly about 15% of clicks. You rank number 3, you get 8%, and the lower you rank, the less amount of clicks you get, right? Now, a lot of agencies use this for the forecast and predictions. The problem of using this is that if you're an ecom brand, this is not true. We know this because if you scroll up and look at the SERP features, these CTRs are based on Google SERP, just having people also ask and organic results. For ecom brands, that is rarely the case, as you've seen already. So what you actually want to be doing is not looking at this SERP features, is actually scrolling down and turning on this feature right here. People also ask products and organic. This is a much more accurate representation of what you are going up against when you're doing SEO for your brand. Now take a look at the CTRs. You can see if you rank number 1, it's about 14%. You rank number 2, it's about 7%. But this is obviously a lot lower than what it is before. And this is the reason why most agencies in the forecast are absolute rubbish. Now, this doesn't mean SEO doesn't work and it's not going to give you the ROI, but you must be working to the correct data to ensure you have the right expectation and you're ranking number 1 for the keywords that you want to be seen for. We've actually built an in-house calculator we use ourselves, which has all of this CTR data embedded into it. I'll show you in just a second. Stick with me. Let's look at a real life example. Imagine you're an ecom brand in the US that wants to be seen for electric bikes for adults. We can carry out some research to figure out how many people are searching for this term every month. And as you can see, it's 13,000. In reality, it's going to be a lot higher than that as people search differently for the same thing. And you can also see those keyword variants below, such as electric dirt bike for adults, or even electric bikes for adults 50 miles per hour. People search differently for the same thing. However, just for the educational purposes of this video, we'll stick with one keyword and assume that the total monthly search volume is 13,000 people every month. Using this data, we can now predict the ROI of the SEO campaign using our in-house SEO calculator. This is a calculator we use at ClickSlice, and it's based on the SERP features containing people also ask cost, products, and organic. So we put in the total monthly search volume, but like I said, for the purpose of this video, we'll just base it on one keyword being 13,000. This tells us that if you rank number one for that keyword, then you are projected on average to get about another 1,820 new additional visitors to your website every single month. If you rank number two for that keyword, then that goes down to 910, right? So where you rank plays a big impact on how much additional traffic you can get. Once we know the traffic, we then need to move into the next part, which is your website conversion rate. Most e-com brands will convert between 1 to 4% of the traffic, 4% being on the higher end for a lot more established, larger brands. If you're unsure what your website conversion rate is, you can actually find this out very easily by logging into your Shopify website, go to your home tab, and it will show your conversion rate in the top right corner. This is actually the conversion rate for a brand that I acquired recently. More information and videos on that coming soon. But anyway, if your brand is relatively new, then most likely you won't have this information. So you can just go with anything for now to give you a rough idea. So I'll put in 3%. Then this tells us that based on the website traffic and the website conversion rate, if you rank number one for this term, this brand will generate an additional 54.6 sales a month. So another 55 sales, right? If you're unsure what your website conversion rate is, maybe you have a new brand, then I recommend going for an average of either 2 or 3%. So I'll put in 3% just for the purposes of this video. In this scenario, this would generate another 55 sales for this brand based on that one keyword. Now the average order of an electric bike is somewhere in the region of about $1,000. So putting that average order value, you can see they are now projected to generate another $54,000 from ranking for this one keyword. And this revenue is only based on a monthly basis. So if you multiply this by 12 to get a better insight on the revenue across a whole year of ranking number one for this term, it's going to come out to about over $655,000. Can you see why I love SEO so much? But here's the catch that most people miss. There are some considerations that you need to think about before you start running away and making these wild predictions. Number one, seasonal fluctuations. If you're a brand that sells seasonal products, then guess what? The majority of your search traffic is going to come in the months where your products are in demand. So do bear that in mind, as you want to have a right and realistic expectation of what is possible from SEO. The second thing you're going to want to consider is realistic timelines to actually achieve the results you're after. If you want to rank number one on Google for a super competitive term, super broad, which by the way, I don't recommend you target broad keywords, then strap yourself in, as you're going to be in for a long ride. So make sure you consider the cost of the SEO investment for the duration of that contract to achieve that result, to really determine, is SEO a viable investment channel for your specific brand? Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Using this approach will give you a very good insight into what is best for your business. And what I've just showed you is based on targeting one keyword. When you're doing a proper SEO campaign, you would never just target one keyword. You would target multiple keywords on one page. And as part of that campaign, you would be targeting multiple pages. So the keywords you're targeting are often hundreds, if not thousands per SEO campaign. And if you do this correctly, the SEO results will compound and the amount of revenue you will generate will be absolutely insane if the numbers make sense. And they don't always make sense. And this is the reason why we say no to more brands than we actually say yes to. If we crunch the numbers and we see it's not viable, then what is the point of us taking that campaign on? Because even when we rank the number one, they're still not going to be happy with the results they are generating. And they may even leave us a low star review. So there's just no point. If an agency can't tell you what the ROI of an SEO campaign is, then why would you invest with them? You could be spending £5,000 a month on SEO and only generating $2,000 back in gross sales. Does that make sense to you? Is that a good ROI? If you're a brand watching this and you're unsure whether SEO is the right investment channel for you, then you can book a free, no obligation call with us using the link below in the description. We will jump on the call with you. We will run you through all of the keyword data for your specific brand, run you through the numbers on the call in real time, and show you for yourself what the data shows prior to you even getting your wallet out of your pocket. We will do this all up front. So if that sounds like something of interest, click the link in the description below and book your call today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.